Okay, well, this little video is quickly going to show you how to join your two files together. So over in my model space over here, my data panel, you'll see I've got my block and I've also got my piece of aluminium extrude. So I'm going to double click on my block to start with, and that's the design that we had originally. Now I want to join this piece onto it, so all I've got to do is right click onto this panel and see where it says insert into current design. Okay, click on that. And voila, there she appears. Now we don't need this anymore, so we can close that because we sort of need the space. Move that out of the road. Now, understand you've now got your three axes you can play with to position this. And there's a couple of different ways of doing this. However, I'm going to quickly show you the really simple, straightforward and easy method. And it's just simply going from one plane to the next. So if I go on the right plane to start with, okay, you can see pretty much it's in spot. You know, it's not too far off. It looks like it's in the right spot. However, it is turned the wrong way. So I'm going to go to the top view and I'm going to grab this handle here. This one allows me to rotate. So now I rotate that through. Make sure it rotates through 180 degrees. There it is. Beautiful. Now I'll go back to that same plane that I was looking at before. No, hang on a second. It's miles away. Fine. That's no big deal. I'll grab this handle here and I can slide it across. Okay. Now, bear in mind, 125 millimeters. That's exactly wrong. It's not in the back spot there. So we need to basically zoom into it and get it spot on. Now, as I said, there's ways to do this perfectly accurately in Fusion, but you know, for our purposes, it's not relevant. So I'm just going to slide it out. Now, notice it's now jumping in units of 5, hopefully. Oh, units of 10. No good. All right, so zoom in a bit more. Anyway, you'll get to a point where the units will change slightly, and you'll get this into place. Look, you can play around with this and maybe take that down to, instead of 110. Well, okay, so if we say 115, so 112. All right, it moves it up. Don't press the return key. That's the thing they'll ask you not to. Don't press the return key. Okay, not enough. 113. Notice it'll jump by itself. Okay, 114. Okay, 115. We'll get there in a second. See, so I haven't hit the return key. That looks pretty close. Okay, for the time being, if I go 116, it's probably going to go inside, is it? Oh no, that's okay. All right, so there we are, 116. Happy with that bit. Now again, go back to home. All right, so it doesn't quite look right. Front position. Okay, miles off. So can you see, you slowly but surely move it around until you get it in exactly the right position. So, okay, again, sort of thing, slide it across manually. Okay, that's not going to jump in units of 5 there. So all right, let's change that to 27. Okay, not quite, maybe 28. Until you get it where you're happy with. Okay, that looks not too bad. All right, cool. Back to home. Oh, that's not too bad. Right position. What about the back position? What's it look like? Yeah, that looks pretty good. You know, if it all looks good, then you can go back and press the OK. Okay, now what happens? All right, okay, so I'll hit the OK. Oh, no, it's not exactly where I wanted it. I want to move it again. Well, no big deal. Come over here. Now, notice it's got that little link indicator, because that means it's actually linked this component, okay, which is the aluminium extrude here, with the file that we had on the side in the model browser here, over here. Okay, so it's linked to that file there. Okay, so we'll get rid of that again. Now, if I want to move that again, all I've got to do is expand this out. Okay, or right-click on this, and then you've got the move again. Okay, and then I can move that around. I get that back there. So if you do hit the enter key or the return key, just grab that again, and that'll give you the move about. Okay. Now, like I said, there's several different other ways of doing this. I'm just going through the really, really simple method of doing it. Okay, so have a play, get that right, and we'll move on.